Welcome Scorpio, this is your reading for the month of June 2021, and let's see what do you have for this month. Well, Scorpio, this month of June, it's a good month for you working with other people. Let's say receiving money from financial institutions. Maybe it's a tax return. I don't know if that will be, but it's like working with financial institutions. Well, for some time, Scorpio, you're a little bit put on the burner, especially with Uranus in your 7th house, which is like unexpected contracts, legal matters, the relationship with other people. It's just, well, with Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house, it's never easy because you cannot control the reaction of other people or what they're going to do, or your partner, or, spouse, whatever that is in there. But this month in June, well, pay attention, some of you. I will put these readings way ahead, 26 May, this month. If you have, it's a solar lunar eclipse on 26, well, depends, 27, where you live in the world. It's a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, which falls in your 2nd house, which is, your money, your values, your assets, well, somewhat the family. But it's in opposition to the 8th house, which is other people's money, secrets, whatever information, occult studies, whatever that is. But with this lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in your 2nd house, and together with the North Node in Sagittarius, be very careful how much you spend, or properties that you want to buy, or jobs that you're gonna say yes to. Yeah, because those might just leave you. Yeah, make sure that you are covered legally if you are to, purchase a property, purchase some assets, for example. Make sure that it's really covered legally and you don't have any issues, and you will not be fooled, or someone is gonna give you some information that it's wrong, and you're not gonna research the information that someone is giving you, and you might lose some money or assets or whatever that is. Yeah, just be careful on at least 26, 27, and maybe it's like 2 weeks before 26, 2 weeks after the 26. Yeah, you have to be very careful when it comes for money, properties, your values, working with other people. Yeah. And I will be very careful as a Scorpio, the expenses, how much you're gonna buy, what properties you're gonna buy. Make sure that you do that research and you look very carefully. Yeah, especially if you are to buy, or to put yourself, or to put your name on a contract, especially with the banks, and you don't know anything about that property or whatever asset that is. You're gonna search and you're gonna look at the property and make sure that, oh my God, I didn't see this problem with this property. Now I have to put more money. And now maybe you want to get out of the deal, but you might lose some money. So very careful, Don't base answers and your action, the final, say, on just someone telling you something. Just make sure that you know what that person is talking about. If you have the knowledge, check together with that person and make sure that you'll not be fooled. Because now with this eclipse, it's like people will say something and it's not true. You're gonna believe because the deal sounds, or the idea sounds so great and amazing. Yeah, so just be careful about that. But it's very important for some of you Scorpio this month in June to celebrate, whatever you achieved. Maybe you finish some courses, maybe you finish school, maybe you're gonna get your diploma. Yeah, maybe you're gonna move into a new place, or maybe you're thinking to move. Maybe you're not moving the residence. Maybe you just move the office, the business. Yeah, or maybe the investment that you're gonna do. Careful with the investments. Yeah, because it's not gonna be pretty. Because people now with the scams and the people, the liars, will be like mushrooms after a rain. Yeah, just be careful. As a Scorpio, you can smell the BS from a mile away, but sometimes, well, you might believe, especially if it's someone that you trust. Yeah, you will believe that person. Especially if you were to work with other company from overseas. It's a foreign company, or you put your investment in a foreign company, whatever that is. Be very careful, at least in this window of time with this lunar eclipse. But that depends, because this lunar eclipse is a 5 degrees Sagittarius, so the people that will be affected will be between 0 and 10 degrees. After that, you might not feel so difficult, or bad, or whatever. Depends on your astrological chart, the aspects that, whatever planets you have in the second house and so on. Yeah, but this month, just celebrate your achievements, and there will be people there to help you to achieve something. You will, celebrate. Maybe you get into, well, let's say, not necessarily to get into, but you might work or accept a job from overseas. Maybe some of you Scorpios this month, you finally gonna have the green light to travel overseas in a country, but maybe that country lifted the you can travel to. Maybe before was in lockdown and you couldn't travel. Maybe it's about your partner, maybe it's about your business, maybe it's just travel. Yeah. But look at some of you Scorpios, whatever you cooking up there, an idea, a plan, a product. It's something to do with, well, it can be food, or just buildings, properties. Maybe you want to either move into a new property, or you want to purchase a property and refurbish or repair or do whatever, and maybe friends will chip in with some help, and that will be great. But consult with people. Some of you might need this month in June the advice of a lawyer. Someone that will direct you what to do. Maybe you have a big portfolio, if some of you have. Maybe you will ask where to invest. Well, besides that person that knows is in the business of dealing with or handling the investments, make sure that you do your own research about the advice that this person will give you. Well, invest in this, or buy this, or whatever. Do your own research also on a side, just to be safe. But if some of you Scorpios this month you want to travel, that will be a great time in June to travel. You will meet many people. Maybe you will meet these people because you want to start a business, collaboration, whatever that is. Well, this month it's a good month for you. I don't see anything that will disturb. It's just pay attention to your gut feeling, to your intuition, because that will tell you right away if something is not right. And be careful if some of you Scorpios will go out, party, or you'll have a business meeting. Don't overdo it with drinking, because it's so easy to promise something when you're under the influence, maybe, and then you cannot back off. So be careful how much you take on board. But this month it's a good month. It's a good month for all of you, and Scorpios should celebrate all the knowledge and apply the knowledge that they have already. And if some of you Scorpios you finish, maybe you get a diploma, maybe you get a job to be like a psychologist, a lawyer, a police officer, Well, not so great in America to be a police officer these days, but well, who knows? But something that has to do with law and legal department. Yeah, maybe you will find a job. You will find a good pay with this job, and you will be. Many of you will go maybe overseas, or you will go somewhere else to give a lecture, courses to teach, and all that. And if some of you want to get I would say that like a house, home designer or something like that. If some of you are interested, you might start the course, or you might finish already, and you will have, a job right away in this area. But let your mind, Scorpio, let your mind travel this month and explore and be open-minded. How can you work with others and both sides to benefit? Collaboration and working together, mixing things, exchanging ideas will help you a lot this month in June. Okay guys, well, this is it for your reading. Have a good month.